Man, I got this stuff on Barton Street.
What is that?
I don't know, but I've been eating it quite a bit. It's pretty good. Here's my radioactive spoon.
Huh.
They're protected by the FDA statute of identity. The same law protects Coca-Cola.
Turn a while.
Looks kind of weird, man.
Because, folks, if we're going to find out secret formula stuff,
Kinda curious,
we're going to have to steal it.
Okay.
A little faster pace, okay?
Stuff. Wow. Ugh, stuff. Fade out of here.
Well, sure, the man for...
About time. Right, Carol to the left, go to the right, stand up, sit down, fright.
No.
We just watched the stuff.
Yep. We just watched.
Again, not like for the first time.
No, I watched this when it first came out when I was a kid, and back in the VHS video store days.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. It was really cool back then, and I can still see how it actually still kind of looks cool.
I think it still looks cool now too. It's a good example of practical effects from the 80s.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it really stands the test of time. It looks pretty fucking
They
good
used
still.
the upside down rooms and pour the stuff down the walls to make it gather up on the floor.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, and you can see there's little sock puppets just covered in the stuff, just moving around every once in a while. Or my favorite thing is when the stuff would just give somebody a giant pearl necklace on the face, and they couldn't breathe or anything like that. And,
I think my favorite part of the stuff, aside from obviously the stuff and watching this Uzi, melted marshmallow crap pour in and out of stuff and influence people and make them go crazy. I think other than that, my favorite part was that crazy Southern.
Oh, Mo? I always want more money.
At first, you think this guy's gonna be kind of annoying, and I'm gonna enjoy watching him die. But he actually makes it through, and he grows on you too. He starts to shine through as a true leading man. In the beginning, he's kind of like a goofy Southern sort of stereotype. He's making silly jokes with his name, but otherwise he turns out to be a worthy
Solid
hero.
character.
Yeah.
Solid build of the character, solid build of story, the problem solver.
It's got a precocious kid that isn't annoying.
Yeah.
The precocious kid element can either be really annoying or kind of cool. I find especially 80s movies.
It was just a good movie. It was
It's
shot.
it's a good little 80s sci-fi horror,
yeah.
cheese fest, right? I love this stuff.
It's fun. It's in my collection.
If you got a VHS, pop it in. Hell,
Yeah.
if you got the DVD, pop
Pop
it in.
It's on cable TV. Pop it in.
Whatever.
Or
Yeah.
Get the stuff. Woo! High five.
Really good boy, Ben. I've got a treat for you. In fact, I have a treat for both of us. We deserve it, don't we?
gotta try some of this stuff.
Man in the town that has just been tied up and thrown away. It's the side effect of eating too much dessert. It hurts to my ego. There's a widespread urge
I insist. You try some of this stuff.
Well, it's still better than Friday the 13th Part 1.
So we just watched this stuff, and
Here we are, we're gonna review The Blob now.
yeah,
A classic, well, let's say it's a classic 80s remake
yeah, more
of a
upside,
classic sci-fi movie of the same title.
more upside down rooms with more stuff being poured down the walls.
Very similar, yeah. The Stuff and The Blob are two very similar films, although The Stuff, well, you can't really say The Stuff is a little more like tongue-in-cheek in that it doesn't take itself as seriously, because The Blob doesn't really take itself too seriously either. That's the thing. It's a lot of
I
fun.
kind of thought it was more horrifying, more terrifying
Well,
movie than the other ones.
The
Like,
gore effects are definitely more realistic and more
because,
horrifying.
especially when the guy, he was getting pulled under and he was held up and he's in his biosuit, and then you see it go up there and they just tear him down
Or,
and breaks his M16. I'm like,
the guy the guy who gets pulled into the drain, the
Yeah,
sink drain.
yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes in horror. There are so many of my favorite gore
Yeah.
horror
The phone
moments
booth
in
is
this
just-
film. The phone booth scene is awesome.
you got
uh,
you got your classic bad '80s action cliches. It's like,
So
we gotta
many.
get away from the military,
But
to get on the
that's
bike
where-
and jump the bridge.
That's where it doesn't take itself seriously, though. Is it pokes a lot of fun at those old cliches that it features, and it pokes a lot of fun at the genre of the, especially like the old Steve McQueen version, especially that era. Like,
Yeah.
it really takes the piss out of those movies. And it's a lot of fun, and so it's kind of funny. It's a little silly at times,
Yeah.
but it reels itself back in, and you get some really really horrific gore, almost on par with The Thing. I found
Yeah.
The Thing and The Blob were two really great 80s remakes of old sci-fi movies that they just completely revamped. The Blob really stands the test of time, I find, too.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. It's dated in some aspects. Obviously, it would benefit from a little assistance of CGI, but the effects from this are great.
I know, like the movie theater, both scenes,
Oh.
both movies or versions of the original and the remake. Or
Yeah.
the movie theater scenes.
Actually, yeah, I do
Were both
enjoy the
fucking
original
great.
Blob movie, and the scene Jay's talking about. There's a scene in a movie theater where the Blob attacks a movie theater that occurs in both of the movies, and they each
They terrify
stand
you.
alone.
They terrify
Yeah.
you in the same sense.
Yeah, they're both on their own really great. But check out The Blob. This is another great 80s
Yeah.
sci-fi horror.
And the original too.
Yeah,
They're both great.
They took the concept of The Blob and really made it their own movie. And you got to see it for yourself. It's a lot of fun. If you're not expecting the gore, watch out for it. It's there. It's pretty impressive too.
What's wrong with your copy of The Blob? Does it suffer from the mold?
It's in quarantine right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure you don't only need my arm with this? Frank Herbert, the FBI.